Coinciding with the US election, one of the major set-piece events of the Iranian government's political calendar in the center of Tehran.
It was here on November the 4th of 1979 that Iranian students stormed the US embassy behind me and took hostages from the US diplomatic and military corps and generated the crisis of confidence between the United States and Iran. Ayatollah Khomeini called it the second revolution, and they commemorate it every year with speeches and chants of death to America and death to the Zionists. But if you take a closer look at the crowds, you'll see many of them are students from local schools bussed in and having more of a day out than of making a real political statement.
But even among those too young to remember, there's a belief that the events of 29 years ago were not only necessary, but justified. The students of 79 found inside the embassy an intelligence and security infrastructure that convinced them Washington was preparing a second coup in Iran designed to deny the Islamic Revolution.
On the basis of that sense of urgency, an intellectual group of Muslim students sat together and they decided that they need to take action, and that action should be strong enough to send a very, very strong wave, a message throughout the world that the Iranian people will resist and will stand up to all these pressures.
Masumeh Ebtekar watched the crisis unfold at close quarters.
If there is any hope for a betterment, improvement of relations, it comes first through a change of mentality by the Americans.
Talk of an Obama victory has raised hopes that just such a change may soon arrive, but opinion on the street still includes defiance and determination along with the optimism.
If someone says, I am ready to negotiate with Iran without preconditions, then we should say, thank you.
If they're really serious about talks, then we are ready and willing.
America uses many countries for its own purposes. It should stop being so selfish and start uniting with all the countries of the world.
And even among the more conservative politicians, cautious pragmatism, if not quite an olive branch.
All Iranian officials have said if the US commits itself to the proper principles, Iran sees no problem in having a relationship with it.
Even after 3 decades of standoff, there seems little doubt that Iranians are prepared to keep going it alone should the hardline US policies continue into their next administration. Teymoor, Nabili, Al Jazeera, Tehran.